Hello, and welcome to Living Well with Dr. Mike. I'm your host, Dr. Mike Cockrell, and I want to thank you for joining me here today. Listen, today I'm going to be giving you an introduction to the course that we're creating called Living Well with Dr. Mike, Creating a Life of Health and Happiness. And we're going to be sharing with you just a few tips and hints on how this information has come about, what our mission is, what we're trying to accomplish, how you can utilize this information, and where you're going to be able to find it. So, hang with me for just a second. Now, many of you already know who I am through my audios, my videos, my books, through the website, whatever media you come in contact with me with. But for those of you who don't know me, I am basically a family physician. I've been working in that field for more than 20 years now. I've spent more than half my life in the healthcare arena in some form or fashion, and I have a passion for learning. Not only do I have a passion for learning, but I have a passion for sharing that information with as many people as I possibly can. And over the years, even though I was trained as an allopathic physician in traditional family practice, I did a residency in that area. Um, when I started my practice and started interacting with my patients, I realized very quickly that that model, even though it provides me with a tremendous amount of resources for helping and understanding and helping people get their health back on track, it was still missing some things. And what I've learned over the years is the part that it was missing was the part that I love the most, and that is it was missing that concept of how do I take care of this body that God has given me in a manner that will allow it to continue to operate at its full capacity for as long as possible. And my allopathic training was great for teaching me how to manage disease. Once the body's broken, I have the power and the tools and the resources to fix it. But what do I do to keep it from breaking in the first place? That passion to understand how to prevent the breakdown in the first place is what has led me down this path that we're currently on now. And it has really challenged me because there is so much information out there that it is honestly overwhelming, even to someone who constantly is seeking knowledge, who is I consider myself well educated. It's still a struggle to learn. So, what I am doing with this project I call Living Well with Dr. Mike is as I educate myself, as I learn new things, as I go through the challenges of trying to better understand how the body works, how healthcare works, how all these pieces fit together, I am planning to continue to share that um, with as many people as I possibly can. And my concept is very simple. In fact, I take the knowledge, I try to break it down into an understandable chunk of information that can make sense and then give you a real life application of how you can use that information, because honestly nothing is more frustrating to me as a physician than being presented with new cutting edge technology with all the bells and whistles and then actually having no useful application for it. We have tons of resources available to us in the healthcare arena that allow us to get very detailed information, sometimes very detailed genetic information, but honestly, trying to translate that into how do I use that in my clinical practice is a big challenge, and we don't always fulfill that area very well. So, my goal with Living Well with Dr. Mike is very simply to help you start creating a life of health and happiness. Now, that being said, let's talk a little bit about just the objectives of this course. I've sort of shared that already in this introduction, because what I want to do with this course is I am going to be sharing with you information that I am learning, that I am studying, that I have come across, that is being introduced into the marketplace. And I'm going to be sharing it in a manner that hopefully will make sense with you, that will be simple, that will be straightforward, that's easily understandable, and with a practical application of how you might take that information and actually put it to use in your life and the lives of those that you love, your family, your friends, the people that you come in contact with, etc., etc. So that's the way we're going to be doing this. Basically, my mission in this entire course is to help teach and train and educate as many people as I possibly can reach through whatever mediums I have available to me, whether it be book, video, audio, the internet, my clinic, wherever. However, we're going to share this message as loud and as boldly as we can so that we can help other people begin to take a stand for what is going on in their lives, in their body, in their healthcare arena. Because I honestly believe that if you're not personally taking responsibility for your own health, and if you're not doing things each and every day to help improve your lifespan and take care of things, you're going to struggle. In my clinical practice, I often deal with people who have a ton of chronic illnesses, and I tell them this little phrase that basically what happens to us is that our body, God gave us the ability, even now, without all the technology that's coming, to actually be able to live. Our body should be functional to about 120 years of age. The problem that most of us have is we beat ourselves up so bad in the first 50 years of life that we can't make it through the next 50. So, one of my objectives in this course is to begin to share insight and information that will allow you to help calm down the wreckage that we normally create during the first 50 years so that we can actually move more smoothly into the next 50. For most of you listening to this, I mean, at the time that I'm recording this, the average lifespan for a female is around 78. Average lifespan for a male is around 72. But it's amazing how many people are living into their 80s, into their 90s already. And if technology holds true in another 5, 7, 10 years, it's going to be very common to live to 100, 105, 110. And with the technological resources that we probably will have access to, goodness gracious, there's no telling what we're going to be facing in another 10-year period. So what you want to do now is you want to start caring for the body that God gave you. It is a temple. You should protect it. You should work on feeding it healthy food. You should be teaching it healthy activities. You should be using it in a healthy manner. And that's what this course is all about, is sharing information with you that will allow you to do that. So how's the course laid out? Honestly, the course is going to be laid out in a whole host of modules. There will be video modules about different topics that you're going to get over and over and over. I hope to spend the entire next couple of years updating and expanding and growing this. We're going to start with the courses that we have available. We have a number of videos that are going to be available in the Living Well with Dr. Mike online course. You'll have access to all of my resources on my website at www.livingwellwithdrmike.com. I will be doing a podcast that if you're in your car wanting to listen, you'll have access through iTunes to the podcast Living Well with Dr. Mike. So I'm going to share with you as many resources as I possibly can and different ways of getting this information that I can possibly put out there so that wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, you take out your phone, you open up your computer, you turn on your radio, wherever you're at, you're going to hear or have access to the content in Living Well with Dr. Mike. That's where we're going with this. And then finally, how to best use this course. Honestly, as I just mentioned, I want to create resources so that you can use it any way you want to. But the best way to use this course is to focus on the topics that are of interest to you, because the things that you are interested in are the things that are going to be easiest for you to learn. If you hate exercise, don't listen to the exercise videos right now because you'll get there. But start with the stuff you're interested in. If you have a particular issue and I've got a course or a topic or a video or a podcast on how your thyroid's affecting your health and you have a thyroid problem, hey, that may be a good place to start because I'm going to give you some tips and hints on how you can take better care of your body, your thyroid, allow it to begin to heal itself, and that may be the direction to go. So you're going to have flexibility to use this course in any way you see fit, but honestly, I would recommend starting with the stuff you are most interested in because those are the things that will drive you to move forward. And after all, I mean, I can put the information out there, but if you don't use the information, it's going to be of no benefit to you, period. So if you use the information, that's great. Um, and so what I want you to do is use it in the best way that it's suited for you to use it. So that being said, listen, I hope that's all I want to do for the introduction. Um, if you need more information about what we're doing, as I mentioned, you can find that on my website, www.livingwellwithdrmike.com. I also encourage you to connect with me on Facebook. You can find me at www.facebook.com/ Living Well with Dr. Mike. I would love to hear from you, especially if you connect on Facebook. Feel free to shoot me a message. Feel free to interact with what we're doing. That's where you will get most of my daily updates about what's going on, where the information's at, where you can find the podcast, where you can find the blog post, the newest video releases. You'll find it all there on Facebook as well. It's also going to be on the website, so you can connect with me. Please do so, and I look forward to sharing this information with you and spending time with you through whatever media you find most beneficial. I hope you have a great day. That's all.